Okay. I got a few that changed course here to come check us out. And someone's saying, yeah, it's obvious the sound's traveling faster. I guess on the Orca cam, you hear them long before you see them. That'd be exciting, but it kind of tease you, I guess, sitting there waiting, just hoping they're gonna come by. crazy. I can't believe it for how much wind we're getting here, that the water is only as rough as it is. I don't want to jinx it or nothing, but it's just shocking. Decided to come out a little more in the middle here because I seen look like a few whales horsing around, and we got a small group just passing by us here now. See if they decide to flip around and join us. Looks like they're gonna keep on cruising. There seems to be quite a few kind of hanging out in the middle here. None of them seem to be too interested in me or the boat though right now. We're kind of right in the middle of a bunch of them right now. But they're all just doing their own thing. Be interested to hear back from some of you guys out there if you've noticed any differences in their chatter. Like they do make different noises for different things, such as socializing compared to feeding. And we've had a handful of days out here where the belugas were actively feeding, and we've also had quite a few where they're just kind of cruising around and hanging out with us, or just socializing amongst themselves. And I haven't been able to listen to it as much, but yeah, I don't know if you guys happen to notice any real obvious differences, or if there's times where you just think they sound a lot different than they have before. Like right now, for the amount that are here in the area, and they're doing a fair amount of diving. I'd maybe guess that there's some capelin cruising by or something, and they're having a snack right now, but it's tough to say. There's not really much for turns around, and I don't know. These conditions could probably be difficult for the birds too, though, I guess, to get out here and maybe even to see the capelin. wanted to give Sea North a heads up. We actually have quite a few whales out here right now, and it looks like there's more showing up. I'm not sure what the underwater cam looks like, but I'm sure you guys can see them in the above deck cam. And like I said, definitely looks like they're feeding. Getting the odd one tagging along with us too, so it's good. Looks like one of the boats showed up with some snorkelers, so I don't know, they get pretty spread out here on the water when they are swimming. And right now with this wind and all these waves, it's going to make it even more difficult to spot them. I don't know, I'll see what it looks like, but I don't know, I don't want to take the chance, so if they are spread out too much, then we might have to kind of keep our distance a little bit. Seen a comment about if Lisa's been around. I'm not sure. I don't even think I've met anybody by the name of Lisa yet so far. I'm guessing she maybe was a guest from last year possibly, or you could elaborate a bit. Maybe it's someone that we might want to get back out on the boat. But right now, yeah, I haven't met anybody by that name so far here in Churchill. And I could be mistaken too, because since I've been here, I've been getting put in touch with a lot of people. So my brain's a little scrambled sometimes. I've been getting a lot of names thrown at me, and it's difficult to absorb it all sometimes. No, just had a little calf waving at us. Seen the little pectoral fin flopping out of the water there. numerous times since I've been out. We've talked about Churchill and just how much it has to offer, and the people are definitely a big part of that. And we've said before just how awesome everybody in town is, and actually a good example of that is my neighbor. So where I'm staying here in town, I've got a couple neighbors around me, and the one directly next to me, I've only really ever just waved to her in passing. We never really got to introductions or anything like that, but just the other day she brought over a plate of cookies that she had baked up, and they were really good. They're some kind of lemon cookie or something like that, and pretty big fan of cookies, as I think most people are. So no, I just thought that was super nice, and yeah, just not even really having chatted with her before. It was just kind of a nice neighborly thing to do. So it's kind of a good example and confirms what I was saying, just that a lot of the people in Churchill, it's great community. Apologize, I could see photos are coming in, but I'm kind of we just had a whale chomp on the underwater camera, almost pulled it right out of my hand there. That might be a good photo. Saying there, yeah, I can't, it's tougher for me to read and to check the photos out. End up getting seasick out here. This group seems to be moving quite a bit. We're kind of, you could probably tell, we're just pointed almost directly at the Prince of Wales fort right now. So we're heading in that direction towards kind of the mouth of the river. I'll obviously be steering clear of that whole area. It's going to be pretty nasty. I could see a lot of waves crashing over there. But right now this big large group seems to be kind of moving in that direction. And see the group of snorkelers, they're moving too. They're going to have a hard time if these whales keep up this pace. They're not going to really be able to get in the water with them. I'd imagine it's going to be a little tricky out in the water here today too, snorkeling. Choppy water is obviously a bit of an issue. It's not a no-go kind of deal, but the visibility isn't that great either today. Let's see, someone was just commenting about that as well. trying to read one of the comments here, but it's too choppy out here. I can't focus for long enough. See, I'm gonna have to. I haven't heard of Tim Tam slams, but I have to check those out. I don't know if it's a New Zealand treat or if it's something we can get in town, but once I get back to shore, I'll find out what that is. So this year I'd seen Rena commenting about the snapshot. They've changed it, so now you get the option of choosing between a number, I think it's maybe 5 or so different photos, and then that way you're able to choose the best one or get the closest to what you're trying to aim for when you're taking the snapshot. Seems to be helping. We've been getting lots of good photos pouring in every day. I wonder how many, like, Sea North, they take out piles and piles of people out on the boats. Lots of people coming to check out the whales. And I was just thinking, especially on days like this, if you're at all prone to motion sickness, then this could be a struggle for you. It'd almost be smart, and maybe they do have a bunch of gravel with them, or sell gravel right before you get on the boat as an option. I don't seem to have issue with boats, but vehicles, for whatever reason, if I'm not driving at home, I'm always the one driving. I do piles of driving just for work and all that kind of stuff. So on the rare occasion I'm a passenger, especially if I'm sitting in the back seat. One of those is we usually head to BC to go biking in Whistler and Squamish area, and so a group of us heads up. It's always around 4 or 5, and we take a van up there, and we switch out driving. But oh man, the times where you're in the back seat, I just turn green. But yeah, it's weird. It just doesn't happen out on the water, especially on the windy mountain roads. Could probably give myself motion sickness just thinking about it right now. Just kind of in another little group, it looks like here. You might be noticing around us, more towards the mouth of the river, there is, I think, around 6 boats at least hovering around the area. A couple with the snorkelers, and then just a few other groups that are just viewing the whales. Doesn't seem like anybody's venturing out into the bay though. Just probably a smart move. I guess Lisa, who was mentioned in the message board there just a few minutes ago, is just a previous viewer that's been here before, and I haven't recognized the name on the message board yet, so I'm not sure. Maybe she's just not tuning in as often, or hasn't been by yet this year. Managed to get some of those mussels cooked up that I gathered the other day, and they're awesome. I had them last night for dinner, and I forgot to pick up bread from the store, so I wasn't using that to soak up all the good juices, so instead I made a bunch of rice pasta, which actually worked out pretty good. It was very tasty. And I did kind of what I was talking about. My buddy gave me some tips on what he likes to do with the mussels he gets in BC. And all he does, I added some white wine, some cream, and vegetable stock. And then I had onions and celery and stuff cooking in there as well. Oh, and then I put in a whole bunch of curry powder. And it was actually super good. I like to experiment in the kitchen quite a bit. I'm not a picky eater, so that's kind of, I like to cook for myself as well, just because even if it doesn't quite turn out exactly how I planned, then I still don't mind and usually chow it down anyways. And yeah, I'm not big into measuring either, so everything kind of, I'm always winging it. But for the most part, it always comes out pretty good. So I'll be looking forward to getting some more mussels too here as the summer goes on. Might be noticing that the waves are getting a little bit bigger now, so there's not as many whales up here as I thought there might be with all the boats, so I think I might flip around, try to find some smoother water. I'm sure on the camera they're jostling around as much as it is. Might make it a little tough to see what few whales there are around here. so much more smooth just going with the wind. So you can enjoy this for a little while and then we'll battle our way back downstream again. And repeat. Whoa. Some just cut across in front of us there, and he whipped his tail at the last minute and splashed into the boat. Well, it seems like that little feeding frenzy kind of came to an end there. Not seeing any of the whales back in that area. I could see a few in front of us to the right a little bit. Looks like we might actually, a couple are right directly ahead of us, so might be coming into a bunch of them again here momentarily. Really nice going upstream though right now. I'm sure you've noticed in the camera as well, it's just a lot more smooth traveling. Let's see, we're almost 2/3 of the way back now to where we gotta flip around again and head back towards the mouth, or we'll see what the whales are like. Maybe we'll stick around in front of the port again or try out Cockles Point. told here on the message board not to cook mussels in tomato sauce. I guess that's a no-no. I wonder though, like a nice seafood pasta sometimes. I don't know. I love tomatoes, and I'm not super familiar with the rules. I guess maybe the tomato sauce must just overpower the taste of the mussels. I don't know. I did like the way I did it though with the curry. I'm tempted maybe next time to do some something with some garlic, maybe white wine and garlic or something like that. I'm sure would be pretty tasty as well. But the celery and the onions sure gave it a nice flavor too. And now I'm getting hungry out here, and we've got a fair amount of time left, so probably should change the topic off of food. Dreaming up what I'm having for dinner now. And apparently someone wore their snapshot button away. Gina. Well, that's a good thing. It's not good that the snapshot button's not there, but it means you're taking lots of photos, and that's awesome. Appreciate that. Looks like we got at least one. It looks like making its way over here. Heading, oh, and last minute turned away. See some more bubbles behind the boat though, so maybe we'll get a visitor here soon. Here they got some equipment fired up at the port again. We were talking about that the other day. They gotta keep the wheat, they gotta turn it over or churn it up just to prevent it from getting wet and moldy. It's probably quite a process. They've got a lot of storage space there. I'm not sure exactly how much of it is being used right now, but it probably takes quite a while to churn all that wheat up. I'm told too that they just kind of fire the equipment up from time to time just to keep things running and prevent it from seizing up, I guess. Guessing there's a lot of maintenance and upkeep that goes on over there. hesitant to head over to Cockles. No one's gone over there yet today, so we're not sure what we'd be finding over there. Also, if we do get over there, then we got quite a ways to battle our way back. And I just hate it if we got over there and then the wind picked up, and then we might find ourselves in a little bit of trouble. It did start to get really choppy. It's tough with the sun right now, but usually you can see the big plume of water when they're surfacing, and I'm just not seeing a lot of that out there right now. So maybe we'll head back downstream again and just kind of keep playing it by ear. There's a few whales heading that way, so